We receive so many emails from website owners who are concerned with website accessibility litigation. Whether you have already been sued and you want to make sure it never happens again, or you haven't been sued and you want to make sure that you do not get a demand letter in the mail or have a complaint filed against you in court, we can help. Now, most website owners ask about an audit to start, and that is exactly the right first step because we need to identify all of the accessibility issues on your website so that we know exactly what to fix. And that leads to phase two, remediation, where we are going to fix those issues. So we're going to work issue by issue down the audit, and we're going to fix all of those issues so that we eliminate them from your website. And then the next phase is also very important. This is validation. So we need to make sure that not only have the issues been fixed, but they've been fixed correctly. And so with validation, we're going to go through each of the issues and make sure that the issue has actually been resolved by the fix. And the next step, which I highly recommend, is user testing. Now, user testing is commonly overlooked and doesn't get talked about a lot, but it is extremely valuable. The reason it is so valuable is because it provides tangible evidence of accessibility. So in this case, user testing will involve a professional who is blind or visually impaired using a screen reader and going through your website and relaying their practical experience. And importantly, this is going to take place after validation has occurred. So there shouldn't be any accessibility issues, but occasionally there may be an issue. It's usually a practical issue that comes up. We're going to make sure that there are no accessibility issues. And if we need to record the session again, we will do just that. But at the end of the session, once everything's been completed, you will have not only documentation from the user tester, you will also have a recording of the user testing session. And this is the best evidence. This is very compelling evidence, and it directly shows and demonstrates the accessibility of your website. And not only that, your commitment and your investment in accessibility. So this is an extremely valuable service that you can add on after validation has occurred. All right, so on the screen with me, I have the accessible.org page for user testing services, and I just want to highlight one bullet point. Legal defense. Successful user testing is compelling evidence that can defend against claims of inaccessibility and help dismiss lawsuits. Can also be extremely helpful in providing evidence of accessibility in a motion to dismiss for mootness. So again, very valuable documentation. Most of the focus is on audits, understandably so. Audits are very important. That's where we start. But user testing complements audits and remediation and validation extremely well. It's the perfect add-on service to these different phases. And so once you have user testing, you can demonstrate and you can show anybody tangible evidence of the accessibility of your website. And now I'm going to tab over to a video. I'm not going to play the video, but this is a user testing demo from Alex, who is a contractor with accessible.org. So Alex can user test your website and relay his practical experience. And this is what we want. We want the recording where there are no accessibility issues. So this is why it is so important that user testing comes after the other phases, because we don't want Alex finding accessibility issues that an audit could have found. We want to have Alex go through, relay his practical experience, and there be no accessibility issues. So I will link to this video, and as you go through it, you will see this is extremely compelling evidence that you can have on your computer in your files to bring about to present anytime. If anybody has a problem with your website, you will have documentation of your accessibility, and you'll know that you'll have gone to these links to pay very close attention to detail and work through any accessibility issues. So when it comes to the difference between an audit and user testing, think about an audit as very technical and very sterile, because here we are evaluating your website against the Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. So this is where you hear about WCAG 2.1 AA and 2.2 AA. We want to make sure that we are fully conformant with either of these technical standards, but then we could take it a step further. And then we get the practical, the experiential side of accessibility, where we have a user tester going through your website, relaying their practical experience, and we're doing everything we can beforehand to make sure that that practical experience is a great one, and to make sure that the experience is free of accessibility issues. This is what we want evidence of, and this is what we can provide you at accessible.org. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I will include a contact link in the description. I'll also link to this user testing demo so you can see here Alex going through a screen recording. In this case, it's going to be going through Amazon.com and relaying his practical experience. This is such valuable documentation. I always recommend this to clients, especially if you are concerned with the ongoing serial litigation inside of the United States. So I will include links to resources in the description.